Peace, big love, big blessings, even bigger living, everything that come with it and everything in between. I'm just thinking out loud, but you can hear me, so it's a conversation if you choose to engage. I'm Samuel David, of course, for those who may not know. And it's my new conversational series, Thinking Out Loud with Samuel David. I'm really excited about this whole thing because I'll be sitting down with various guests, whole bunch of folks, man, friends, strangers, soon to be friends, whole sheboink, man. I'm really excited because we're going to be having conversations about the things that are going on in their world. And I'm talking various backgrounds, various perspectives, various points of views, different life experiences, and through those conversations, because conversation is important, man. Communication is important. Being heard and hearing at the same time, right, are equally important because that's how we grow. That's how we learn. That's how we improve the situation and the circumstances around us is by um, by welcoming each other into each other's worlds. So in the professional space, we say spirited conversations. So on the show, we're going to have some spirited conversations. There may be some genuine debates that happen. We're going to laugh a little bit too, because I'm funny as hell in real life. A lot of y'all may not know that I'm funny as fuck. I don't care who you ask. So we might laugh a little bit. And we also going to get deep. We're going to get real. And we may have conversations that tug at different heartstrings. So all in all, it's just a conversation. And I'm excited that y'all tapped in. Now, I was debating on if I was going to do this thing or not. But I got a weekly segment. Maybe not weekly, because I don't want to overcommit. I do not want to overcommit. But I have a segment. I was going to say new segment, but the whole thing is new. I have a segment that I'm going to give it a try out, man. I told myself I did not want to do trending topics. But I got a weekly segment I'm going to do called Can I Talk My Shit? Where I jump into the various trending topics that are in the news cycle currently for that week. And I'm not big on like trending topics because I don't be giving a shit for real in real life, or I'm mindful of posting on them on the internet because there's a lot of context that lacks, and I just post the first thing that comes to mind, which you're probably going to recognize as you stay tuned into the show for various episodes. Is my train of thought is really weird. It's really kind of bananas. I may have ADDDD. I don't know, but I recognize my train of thought. It be going. Sometimes sometimes it may sound like I'm speaking in contradictions, but that's because I definitely allow new thoughts to be introduced to my current thoughts, which may change my mind in situations. I think that's an important trait to have. If Now there's some things that you ain't gonna be able to change my mind on. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. But the way that we see things can definitely be varied when new information is introduced. So I digressed. I'm rambling. So new segment called Can I Talk My Shit? Really excited about it. And we about to get it popping here in a second. But before I do, I got to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Richmond Prince Beard Butter. Shout out to my dog JP from Richmond Prince, man. Listen, I'm on No Shave November from like 2009, right? I've been using Richmond Prince Beard Butter for like the last year. They were established 2021. I've been rocking with Richmond Prince since they were first established. And I tell you what, my joint connecting. Finally, my beard was not connecting, but now, baby, we connecting. No Beijing needed. See this Richmond Prince beard butter, which you can get at richmondprince.com, or you can look up Richmond Prince on IG, Facebook. This beard butter, the one I use is called the Pilot. And the ingredients are vegan and handcrafted, and it's all natural. No extras involved, right? And it's got grapeseed oil. I hope I say this one right. Candelilla wax, muru butter, shea butter, castor oil, vitamin E, black seed oil, and jojoba oil. The Pilot, 4 ounce, lasts a long time, man. Probably for me because my beard is still getting there, but we connecting. You see the vibes. And this beautiful care package I got from Richmond Prince also comes with the Pilot beard oil. And the quality seal, I love the quality seal on Richmond Prince because the quality seal lets you know the company was created to aid in the growth of every king's journey to the best beard. And they are definitely aiding in my journey to the best beard. So shout out to Richmond Prince. Make sure you visit richmondprince.com to get your beard butter and beard oil. All right, let's get to it. Can I talk my shit? A lot of weird things, a lot of funny things, a lot of great things have happened this past week. A lot of fucked up things as well. I'm going to try to keep it brief as I explore the news cycle, the trending topics. It's about four things I'm gonna hit on, man. The first one I'm gonna start with is the BT Awards, which is one of my favorite highlights of this week. Man, in real life, it was really dope to see Puff Daddy get the Lifetime Achievement Award. It was ill to see Lotto bring out Mariah Carey, man. There was a lot of celebrations going on, a lot of black excellence going on. I hope y'all support the BET Awards. And I don't want to hear the BET Awards are owned by white people. I get it, man, but we celebrating us in a space that's for us, in a conversation that's for us, and the whole sheboing, man. So the BET Awards. My man Diddy got the Lifetime Achievement. Highlight of my week, entertainment wise. It was super dope when I looked up and I seen the GOAT, the greatest rapper of all time, introducing Diddy's Lifetime Achievement Award. Sean Carter, Jay-Z, Hove, Mr. Carter, Billy. Listen, that was real dope to see Jay give Diddy his flowers, because that shows that in real life, no matter what space you in, no matter what level you in, you can recognize the next man greatness while you are also indeed being great in your work. With that, it was even iller to see, not maybe even iller, it was even iller to see Babyface, who is one of the greatest at what he does, songwriting, compositions, R&B artist, one of the greatest, introducing Diddy. But by introducing Diddy, he introduced Ye, who again is one of the greatest of all times at what he does. Man, you got these greats. You got these greats introducing another great. A candle loses nothing when it lights another candle, man. How ill is that? How ill would that look in real life if we was always celebrating each other's dopeness and greatness, man? But I'm digressing. The BET Awards was crazy fire. Shout out to Diddy, Puffy, Love, being awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award. It was funny. I'm not going to talk too much about the fact that he thanked Cassie, his previous situation, who helped him during his hard times, right? It's important to recognize those who helped you. But it seemed like even through all the greatness that was happening, folks was focused on the big poppy sign his current girl was holding up while he thanked his old girl. Y'all be worried about the wrong shit, man. Sheesh. But in the spirit of looking at the entertainment space, Versus went crazy. Versus was kind of wild. RnBeef. It was really dope to see. Not dope. It was kind of interesting. It was kind of cringy, but it was funny at the same time. I will say my highlight of the Versus whole situation was my dog Ray J. Ray J is somebody I want to meet in real life and just hang out with. Ray J seems like a very fun guy, like on purpose. He does funny shit on purpose, like he was in the crowd eating ramen noodles and shit at the BET Awards after the Versus went crazy. See, that's on purpose. Like, that's some marketing type shit. He's going to keep us talking about him. But at the Versus, he was holding his baby. He was babysitting. You can't babysit your own kid. He was holding his baby while he was singing. And while he was singing, they had the background singers who were the other artists. It was just funny, man, to watch these guys like antagonizing each other, talking shit to each other, talking shit to the DJs. Like, the R&B brothers was up there like rappers. It is funny because when you think about R&B artists, you don't think the rah-rah. You don't think the extras and et ceteras. However, R&B artists are trying to impress the ladies at all times. That's their whole thing, right? So it only makes sense that they would be extra and et cetera it out. Now, the only thing that could have helped in that extra moment, because they was extra, it took a long time, some chaos happening at the same time. It was really wild. What would have helped, I don't know if they did a sound check. You couldn't tell if they did. Like, they were up there struggling vocally. I forgot how many hits Pleasure P and Pretty Ricky had. You know what I mean? It was kind of ill. Sammy was, I ain't gonna talk crazy about nobody. Sammy was Sammy. He was doing his thing. Jeremiah is probably one of the only ones that were on that stage whose music I still listen to in real life right now. The other ones, they kind of got that nostalgic feel. But I digressed. It was really dope to see the R&B princes try to hold each other down, man. But I definitely wish they did a sound check. Kind of moving away from the Verses, though, because I don't want to spend too much time there. I got your attention, so I want to keep your attention sharp as we look at the R&B princes this week, the king of R&B. Which I often hesitate to say that out loud. I never post it on the internet because I could say that Robert is the king of R&B and it will open a can of worms. Robert is indeed the king of R&B, which sucks because I can't listen to his music no more. Because the Robert is one I can't separate the man from the art, the crime from the art, because his music is rooted in sexual situations, and his crimes are all sexual. So So when I'm listening, which I can't do no more, I don't do no more. I actually got him blocked on my title so it don't even pop up. It sucks, man, because I can't listen to the Life soundtrack because he went crazy on there. I can't listen to my favorite song by Michael Jackson when he be like, another day is gone. I can't listen to that one no more. I can't Step in the Name of Love no more. Shit, I don't even Believe I Can Fly no more. Robert killed that for me. Because again, I cannot separate the art from the man because they damn near go hand in hand with the extra shit he was doing. Trapped in the Closet. It's crazy. Art imitates life. But they set him down for 30. That's tough. That's a real thing. I am not a member of the judicial system. I am not one to say how many years or what somebody deserves for their crimes because who knows what remorse looks like. Who knows what learning from your experiences, from your situations. I'm all about empathy. No matter the situation, I understand we all have things that may inform our decision making, even when it's fucked up. He did some fucked up shit. It's not okay. I just want to make sure y'all understand that I remain empathetic in all situations. But accountability is equally important, and they sat Robert down for 30 years. You know, it's crazy. I don't know that any of the victims of his alleged crimes, I don't even know if it's alleged, if it's convicted. If it's convicted, I don't know if it's alleged. I don't know if any of the victims of Robert's crimes were even 30 years old at the time of these crimes, which is crazy ironic because now he's sitting down for 30 years. Man, but one thing I did recognize and I seen as I was looking up R. Kelly's case, right? I didn't watch the Surviving R. Kelly series. That's not my bag. I don't be caring about half of that shit in real life. But something that I did see as I was looking up R. Kelly is that R. Kelly suffered from sexual abuse and trauma at an early age. And so that informed his then reciprocation of that trauma and that sexual abuse, which is whack as shit, right? So make sure you address your trauma, man. Address your situations, the things that inform your decision making. You know, counseling is important. Therapy is important. It is very important to get yourself checked, your mental check, your spiritual check. But I'm digressing. Something I recognized as I was looking up R. Kelly is that through all the bullshit he was on, because he was on some bullshit, through all the bullshit Robert was on, he like found solace in memories of his mother, right? His mother was his one safe place, which for a lot of folks, your mother is your safe place. Robert's safe place was his mom, so he would frequently go to McDonald's because it brought up some nostalgia, some memories of him and his mom. Crazy. But when I read that about the McDonald's, it made me think about this conversation piece that's got y'all in a chokehold. And this is the the baby daddy, the baby mama, hella kids, only one of them is his. And if he was right or wrong for only bringing his baby McDonald's. I know I digressed. I'm on a train of thought. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm going everywhere. I might be everywhere with it, but if you staying in tune with me, I appreciate you because you're going to go on this journey with me. The homie pulled up with the big ass brown bag, crumbled up, big ass cup for his baby. I would have brought a Happy Meal, first and foremost. But he brought this big ass bag for his baby. And his baby's going to eat this big ass bag in front of all of his siblings. So the question that has got folks in the chokehold is the baby mama has this expectation that if you providing for one of mine, and you got to provide for all of mine. Baby daddy is like, nah, girl, I only got one kid. They are not my responsibilities. Them is your babies. First and foremost, it's a skit. You know what I mean? I did my due diligence. I looked up the lady and I see that she makes a whole bunch of skits around baby mama drama and baby mama issues. So they pulled our leg on this one, got our attention, got folks tuned in, tapped in. However, art imitates life. So there's a lot of folks that are in this current situation right now, the same situation currently, right? Where you have a partner who may have multiple children, but those multiple children are not yours. So I beg to ask you, or you may not have a partner, you may have a previous situation, relationship, that it's other babies over there that ain't yours. I ask the question, like, as a man, even though it's not your responsibility, you gonna leave them other babies hanging? I remember when I was growing up, my uncle was really big on making sure he provided for not just his, but all of us. Right? As a man, it was just unwritten. Like if he was going to do for one, he was going to do equally for all. If he couldn't do for all, he was only going to do for the one while they were solo dolo. So as a man, it's just rooted in me that, yo, if it's babies there, I'm gonna take care of them. Like I think about, like, yo, my house just so happens to be the crib where the kids love to come. Like my babies, my children, my daughter, my son, their cousins, their friends, they love to hang out with them at our house, which is a safe space. I'm all the way cool with that. I'm down for that. I love being the spot. My grandma's house used to be that spot when I was a kid. So now to have that spot, to have that privilege, that it's a safe space for the children to kick it and have fun. I couldn't imagine one of my little cousins, my kids' cousins, spending the night and I'm cooking breakfast, right? And I'm a chef, high key, for those that don't know. I said it earlier, I'm funny as fuck, and I'm a chef, for those that don't know. I couldn't imagine having the extra kids at my crib who are not my responsibility. These are not my kids. I could not imagine having them at my crib. I wake up and only cook breakfast for mine. And call their parents and tell them, hey, bring them some breakfast because I'm only cooking for my kids. That just sounds whack as shit. Not the same situation, but it's close. It's close. I just think, again, we got to take care of the baby. So this ain't even about McDonald's, because we shouldn't even be giving them McDonald's in the first place. The shit is gross, but it's cheap, and the stuff that's good for your body is not cheap. And we in a recession, but I digress. That's neither here nor there. Or I could talk about how important it is to make sure that you laying down with somebody that you can see yourself growing with in the future. But we human. People are human. I get it. But make right decisions. Make smart decisions, right? Know what you're getting yourself into. And you avoid a lot of that. But I digress. Back to McDonald's. If you're going to do for one, do for all. It's that simple to me. It's that simple to me. But speaking of the babies, Roe v. Wade was recently reversed in the Supreme Court. And I have to preface this with, I am no expert in the political space. I'm going to actually have my brother Brandon Johnson joining me next week, and we're going to deep dive into a whole bunch of situations, but we're going to get more political then. But I am no expert in the political space. I am no expert. Let me not lie. I was going to say I'm not an expert on women's body, but I'm not going to go there because wifey be listening. I am no expert on women's thought processes and what they deal with on the daily. I don't experience that. I have male privilege, right? I don't understand this affinity that men have with trying to control women, with trying to make decisions for women who are not in their life, for one, who are not, you know what I mean? Like, this shit's weird to me. I'm digressing a little bit. But I look at this Roe versus Wade thing, and I look at the conversations folks are having, specifically fellas, right? I support women's rights. But specifically, I see fellas with all these think pieces and these thoughts processes. Fellas, if you are not in support or not an ally, shut the fuck up. Like, know when it's okay to shut the fuck up, respectfully or disrespectfully, either way. Like, it's okay to shut the fuck up. Like, it's unfortunate that this decision has been reversed, because at face value, folks always want to say, oh, you got to, and I said it earlier about being responsible about who you lay with. But this ain't that. You know, be responsible about who you lay with. You made the decision. You grown, take care of it, blah, blah, blah. Like, that ain't the main reason folks have to have abortions. You know what I mean? Like, that's actually lower on the percentage rates of abortions, right? There's a lot of times where women have complications during pregnancies that it would either be their life or the baby's life, or both lives at risk, or the unborn child, or the unborn fetus, whatever you want to put, whatever terminology you want to put on it. Y'all don't recognize that with this decision being overturned. Now, women who are pregnant, who are indeed, having complications, they may lose their life. That baby might die. There's an election coming up on August 2nd here in Kansas, where it's vote no or vote yes, right? And I want to make sure I speak this right. The vote yes upholds the Supreme Court's decision, and it takes completely away the rights to have an abortion. The vote no is to, and the vote yes, they say, is to value them both. To vote no is to then to continue what's happening in Kansas, where women can indeed have abortions legally, right? Make sure you get out and vote. I'm voting no. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm voting no because, again, I respect the women's right to make that decision. Now, if you're in a relationship, A healthy relationship, a successful relationship where you two are indeed together for forever and you are committed to each other and anything that comes from you two, then that decision can indeed be made together. But if not, sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up, fellas. I'm digressing. Y'all don't really value them both. That's the thing I recognize. Y'all don't value them both. Niggas don't even want to buy babies McDonald's. Like, y'all don't value them both. Y'all don't value the women or the babies. And it's unfortunate, man. And I'm digressing. I'm rambling a little bit, but I'm just getting my thoughts off. You know, I was looking up some stats. I don't have the full stats, but I was looking at some stats. And one thing that I did indeed see is that there were 7.5 thousand abortions in Kansas last year, with a solid about 20% of those being girls 17 or younger, right? For whatever reason, the stats don't show you the reason, right? The circumstances that caused for the abortion. A solid percentage of those, like 1,000 of those, were married couples, right? So those stats are one thing, right? 70% of those abortions happened at 9 weeks or less. So at that point, the fetus is like the size of a cherry. So when we talk about valuing them both, like, y'all don't even be informed on what y'all be talking about sometimes. I just be talking. The other piece of that, if we talk about valuing them both, 6.8 thousand kids in foster care right now. Y'all don't care. Listen, man, I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I'm about to turn all the way the fuck up, and I don't have all the stats to support my turn up, and I don't want to be the guy that's super turned up around this space. But fellas, listen, vasectomies are cheap, they're unintrusive, and you get to take a week off work. You don't lose your libido, right? You don't lose your sex drive. Your testosterone does not drop. Shut the fuck up about women's rights and take care of yourself. You feel me? Own your decisions. Man, I'm turned up right now, but I'm gonna fall back. Again, man, this has been Can I Talk My Shit? Testing out this new weekly segment. We're gonna see how it works. We're gonna get better. I'm gonna get better. I'm saying we, like y'all involved in my. I'm gonna get better at executing in this situation, but I'm just giving it a shot. This might even be a test run. I might not drop it, but I'm gonna drop it because I started the show because I just want to get my unfiltered thoughts out, and I be thinking and I be going. And I might drop another video later that contradicts some of these thoughts, but not men respecting women's rights and men shutting the fuck up if they are not in support of women's rights. That I stand on. Outside of that, I wish y'all the biggest love, the biggest blessings. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Big love, big blessings, and even bigger living. This has been Thinking Out Loud with Samuel David. Holla.
Sit back, relax, roll up a spliff. I talk to God, I'm up now. So high up, not coming down. So far gone, I'm full. Sit back, relax, roll up a spliff. Then I talk to God, I'm gone. Yeah, whole lot of learning, not perfect. Whole lot of living my purpose. No limits like Percy. My soul never for purchase. My mind never not working. My grind never not worth it. My time never no hurry. Learn from the hare and the tortoise. Gotta see clear through the vision. Catch a nigga slipping, they'll lynch him. Can't be worried about the mentions. Good weed easing all the tension. What you scared of? Tell me what you fearing. Real nigga, that's a new religion. God told me go get it. When the big homie talking, better listen. Big guy coming through big things. Left hand got the big ring. Life story on the big screen. Big wins for the big team. Been him 616. These are hymns, not 16s. Waking up, living big dreams. You know how that work. Sit back, relax, roll up a spliff. I talk to God, I'm up now. So high up, not coming down. So far gone, I'm full. Sit back, relax, roll up a spliff. And I talk to God, I'm zone. Don't know if I'm coming home. Don't know if I'm coming home. Sit back, relax, roll up a spliff. And I talk to God, I'm up now. So far gone, not coming down. So far gone, can't see him. Sit back, relax, roll up a spliff. And I talk to God, I'm gone.